Hey there. Um, no, I was just playing Oblivion, which you should be able to hear in the background for my background noise. Um, and I just kind of felt the need to, sit down and kind of yap to a camera really quick. When I say really quick, I mean I'm on my like fourth take of trying to shorten this each fucking time. Um, what I feel like yapping about right now is the idea of soulmates, and not just soulmates, but the soulmates of your soulmates and how you handle them, and I'll go into how I handle them. Um, when it comes to the soulmates of your soulmates, the chances of you having already have them as a soulmate from like a past like interaction, whether on you know this life or when we were all butt fucking each other on Mars or wherever the hell we were, um, the chances of them already being connected to you is astronomically low, in my opinion. Like systematically, if how I navigate is the correct way, which I'm aware it's not the only correct way, because I'm aware of why people gravitate toward each other, whether it's neurodivergence or whether it's trauma or whether you're both an Aries and I'm aware that there's different chances of why people are interacting and why fate has tied them together. But um, what I'm getting at is that when it comes to the soulmates of your soulmates, you are the father. No, when it comes to your soulmates of your soulmates, you are going to have to put in work. And this is something that I wish I knew, you know, 2 decades ago, because when you're younger, you're bumping into people who haven't, interacted with too many people, right? So you don't really, assume that the soulmate of your soulmate is going to have soulmates, because soulmates, in my opinion, can be either platonic or romantic. And that's not already something that I myself, I don't really separate that. I separate how you navigate with people, not keeping them on a romantic side or a, platonic side. I think that's inherently a toxic thing, in my opinion. I think if you're around someone who has, feelings for you romantically and you don't feel that way, but you're staying friends, I mean, you're not interacting with a friend, that's someone waiting to strike, and that's a predator. Um, So if you're surrounded by that fucking jaws, fucking dun it, dun it, dun it type shit, you're not a safe person, unfortunately. Um, well, you could be a safe person, you're just not in a safe, spot. That's what I'm trying to say. Um, but man, do I wish I really knew how I would need to interact in the future, in the past, because this recent situation I was in, there was I was navigating as if the soulmates of my soulmates were already my soulmates, which is an okay way to navigate. You know what I mean? Like you can, there's going to be chemistry there. A soulmate to your soulmate is someone that in this life, like, okay, let me preface this. In this life, in my opinion, we're here for a couple reasons: to create, to form bonds, and to love. If you aren't doing one of those three things, what are you doing? Um, so we're here to form soul bonds that if there is reincarnation of any kind or anything like that, if there is like past lives and future lives, these are people you're going to see again. And if you ask me, you want to surround yourself with good people whether you're alive or you're dead. um so when it comes to like forming bonds and stuff, the soulmates of your soulmates are probably people that they're probably end up your soulmates too if you're both ready. you know um But you got to remember too, I'm someone that leads toward polyamory. So when it comes to that kind of a thing, you are the no, I'm sorry. When it comes to that kind of thing, I'm already in a spot where I want everyone to love each other anyway. If there's you have four soulmates, all four of those people should be loving each other. I don't think even as someone that leans toward polyamory that like polycules and shit like that really work. I'm sure there's situations where it works, but I myself have never seen it work anything of the sort like that. Um, even tangentially through people. Like I've never been in one or anything like that, but like I mean I've had like a open relationship, but it's always been everyone interacting. Never on Wednesdays I'm with Jerry, and then on fucking Fridays I'm with I'm with Mari, and then on Sundays I'm with Steve Wilkos. I don't know why I use history as an example, but when it comes to the 10-month-old case of Frogron, Chaz, you are the father. Sorry, I'll stop. Um, it's just when it comes to soulmates like that, you gotta. I wish I knew that you had to kind of put in some work with the people that are around them, because chances are the people that are around them might not be as healthy as them. And, you might end up, meeting someone where you're innately together, you are healthy as fuck. And then the minute that you get around the people that they're around, you know, and that's a bad feeling. Um, that was my most recent experience, but even before that one, or I guess not even before, I mean, before that one, I had a really good experience with, bringing someone in. Um, but I guess I was never really brought into their friend circle. They were kind of brought into mine. And then, you know, this time I got brought into someone else's. So for all I know, hey, maybe, I am the problem, and, it's not the toxic behavior and toxic navigation of upwards of, 5 to 6 people. It's definitely the 33-year-old who kind of has an idea of what they're doing. When I say kind of, I mean minuscule. Anyway, for anyone that has any kind of thoughts on this and Soulmates in general, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll even leave my Discord below if you're more of a private person, if you'd like to have a little bit of chat, because this is an extrovert. Sometimes, like I said, I do have social phobia, so sometimes I might fucking run away, but, Anyway, I'm going to try to keep this one short. I think I did a good job not going into any specifics of any kind. I mostly just wanted to talk about, blab about some things on my mind to try to calm my mind down. I'm a little fired up right now. I mean, we got dyed hair over here. We got, the fucking dissociative identity disorder, alter shades on. We got all kinds of shit. But I do believe this is myself. And how I feel. This is how I felt for, a long time. Just a little bit more reformed after some experience. What the hell was that? Was that in real life? It looked like someone got an Uzi outside. Although, oh wait, you know what? You know what it was? I bet it was this. What am I hearing? Is there like a skeleton? Nope. All right. Well, anyway, that's all I got for now. Like I said, trying to keep that one short. Not trying to blab for 20 minutes. This was probably near 10 minutes. That's kind of what I want. I would love to hear what you guys think. Even if you have nothing to think, thanks for watching. You don't have to leave a comment or nothing if you don't really feel like it. I don't want to pressure anyone. Much love and peace.